Hey Fire Team, hopefully some of you guys can join live tonight. Why would you want to join live? We always have the replay available, of course, but we would love for you to join live because you can actually ask questions live if you have, a question about the topic or an experience that you've had with the topic, or maybe just in general you have a question about health and fitness and wellness. We can answer those right here live, so you don't have to wait. You can just hop on and get your questions answered from the experts. So the topic that I wanted to talk about tonight, and let me know if you pop on, because it'll say that somebody's watching, but I don't know who it is, and I won't see it until you actually say hello. So I won't even know you're here unless you let me know. So if you're here, let me know. Let me know what your questions are, or if you have an experience with this topic. But I love when a month starts on a Monday, because it kind of brings this kind of, feeling of fresh start, of newness, right? I love Mondays because it's like a fresh start of the week. People usually dread Mondays. I actually love Mondays because it feels like, man, I'm starting fresh, I'm starting clean. My to-do list is kind of clean. I'm kind of tracking for the week. I know what I need to do. So, it's mistake-free, all that stuff. So I love Mondays because of that. And I love when the month starts on a Monday. So today is March 1st. It is a Monday. So I love months like this because it's like, okay, if you kind of fell off the wagon, if things haven't been going your way, if you kind of, had, even if it was just kind of a crappy weekend, and maybe you ate too much pizza and drank too much beer, and you're kind of feeling bleh, this is a great way to kind of get a fresh start. So I wanted to cover today some 5 things. So these are just, I want you to write these down. Put them in your phone, put them on your calendar. This is what I love to do. I like to put it on my calendar and have it show up every day for a month. Those are just kind of, I like the number 5 too. So this is kind of like Tim Ferriss. You write down the 5 things you have to do today and every day for 30 days. This is a way to build consistency. This is a way to build some momentum. This is a way to make, excuse me, make huge progress with your goals. So it is about consistency. We'll talk a little bit more about that. 5 things. This is Tim Ferriss. Every day, if nothing else happens, these are the 5 things that you need to do for your health and fitness goals to make major progress, gain really good momentum, and so you can look back on the month instead of looking back on February and going, well, that was a shitty month. Yeah, I had all these ambitions and I didn't do any of it. So we don't want that feeling again come April 1st. We want that feeling of damn, I did freaking good, man. I rocked it. I'm feeling great. I'm my pants are feeling a little looser. I feel like I'm kind of making progress on my goals. So hopefully that's the goal. Not hopefully, that is the goal. And that's what we're all going to do together. So 5 things. First thing, commit to a program. Commit to a program. So I'll say it again. Commit to a program. If I ask you, oh, do you work out? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, what do you do? I don't know, run a couple times a week, and I try to get to the gym, do some weights, I guess, Yeah, that's what I try to. That is not a freaking program. That's not a plan. That's not a program. That's a willy-nilly, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I have no goals. You need to commit to a plan. A laid out plan for 30 days. You follow the schedule and do not deviate from it. That is how you make progress. Fireteam Whiskey has several 30-day programs. Several. We have the 22, we have the 38, we have the 50 caliber, we have House of Cards, Bridal Beast, Coach Tommy, Wad of the Day, and yeah, that's it. And then if you get a Battle Buddy, if you do the Battle Buddy program and coach, we can put you on a customized program. So I have clients who maybe are training for a 10K, then they're on a more cardio focused route. I have clients who are, working on something else, the ACFT, that, ACFT is another 30-day program, then that's what we're focusing on more. So if you do the Battle Buddy plan, we can actually customize for you a 30-day program, working out as whatever days you work out on, focusing on whatever your goal is, right? So that's the best plan you could get, is a custom one. Or you could have just kind of the prepackaged ones who are ready to go, ready to push play, all right there on the Fireteam Whiskey app. You open up your app. Today is March 1st. Here's my day 1 workout. It tells me what to do. Boom, I check that one off the list. Next day, here's my day 2. Next day, here's my day 3. Next day, here's my rest day. So even rest days are scheduled. Get on a plan. None of this willy-nilly, I guess I'll try and do, or I guess, well, I try to get to the gym, or I try to do this. It's not this is how you set yourselves up for failure. You say, I'm going to try. No, it's a commitment to a program. I am doing the ACFT program from start to finish for 30 days. Do not deviate. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. This is what we're doing. This is how you gain momentum, guys. You have to commit to a plan. The plan has to be realistic for your goals. Here's the other mistake people make with this. They commit to a plan, but the plan is actually way too advanced or not appropriate for their lifestyle right now, right? So, people do this all the time. They'll buy like a pass, a CrossFit pass or whatever, and they're paying out the yin-yang for it, and it's for 4 days a week. Well, they can only maybe make 2 or even 1. So this is what happens. This is how people just throw their money away, because they're not committing to a plan that is actually appropriate for their lifestyle. So if you can only get to the gym maybe once or twice a week, then you need to fill the rest of those days in with run days or with body weight workout days, which is why we have both choices on the Fireteam Whiskey app. We have entire 30-day programs that are all body weight. We have entire 30-day programs that are all weights. So whatever you're needing, whatever's realistic for your lifestyle, that's what we want to set you up with. So we're setting you up for success. We're actually putting you on something realistic that you can do for 30 days uninterrupted. So that's number 1. Write that down. Commit to a program. 30 days. Underline it. Exclamation point. All right, next one. Track it. I don't know how many damn times. I wish I could just push play right now on my track things speech. You cannot measure what you do not track. How can you go from point A to point B with no map? This is your map. This helps us get you from point A to point B. We need to gather data. We need to know where you're at right now, right? We need to know where we're at right now in order to go to a certain direction. If we have no idea where you're at right now with your body fat, with your body composition, with your weight, with how do you feel on a daily basis? How many medications are you on? What aches and pains are you suffering from? What conditions you may have? Get as much of that as possible. Do your pictures. I know people don't like to do their pictures because it's a reminder of things that maybe they're not very happy with in their body. That is going to show your body composition change. If you can't go and get like a DEXA scan or go get taped, by a professional for your body fat, then this is kind of the poor man's DEXA scan. You have to do the pictures because it's going to show you the change, the toning up, the loss of fat. You're going to see the love handles shrinking. You're going to see the belly shrinking. You're going to see the shoulders kind of broaden out with more muscles. You're going to see a little bit of, bicep lines, right? When you put your arm like this, right? You're going to see, some of this popping out. You're going to see muscle definition, muscle tone, loss of body fat if you do your pictures. You need to track your food. I know people hate doing this. It's a pain in the ass. I know. I've been doing it for 5 years. But I still do it. So, yes, today I have tracked every single thing that I've had. And I do it pretty much every day. On occasion, I'll go off track maybe on the weekends, but every day I track. Even this far ahead, because if I'm not measuring, and then I start to notice maybe my body fat's going a little higher. I'm getting maybe a little tummy. Maybe my pants are feeling a little, tighter. Then I can look back and look at my data and go, oh yeah, been my carbs are kind of been creeping up a little bit. Maybe I'm having a little too many, cocktails, alcohol cocktails, whatever it may be. I'm going to see the trend of how I ended up that way and know what I need to adjust in order to get better results, right? And this helps if you have a battle buddy, if you have a trainer. This helps me tremendously with my clients because I can look at and go back and go, oh yeah, geez, I see this right away. I'll call it right away. I'll send a text to, my clients and be like, look, your protein has been trending down. You're trending down on that. We need to work on meeting that goal, right? That's only going to help. So if they're not tracking, I don't know what's happening. Then you come back and say, well, I haven't lost any weight. And I'm like, well, I don't know why, because you haven't tracked anything. I have no clue what kind of guidance to give you because I don't even know if you were really following what we're doing. And guess what, guys? We all way underestimate. This is science. We underestimate how well we're doing on our plan. We do. We think we're doing well. We are convinced maybe we're following it to a T, and we have that in our heads, but then we forget about the bag of potato chips we had the other day, or the McDonald's, we had 2 days before that. It just kind of goes out of sight, out of mind. So because we didn't track it, it didn't happen. Treating it like Vegas. You have to track it. Even if you're just not doing well, I tell my clients, I don't care. Even if you're just not doing well, I still need to see that you had like a large strawberry milkshake from McDonald's. I have to see it because this is going to tell us the things that we need to adjust really for you. We need to look at what happened that day. Maybe, something happened. This is kind of an emotional attachment to food. What could you have done differently? This is what we're going to do next time, right? So it's all about planning. All right, third thing, consistency. And if you've joined me, let me know you're here. Number 3 is consistency. This is the hugest struggle that all of my clients have. Through Fire Team Whiskey, been a personal trainer for a few years now, and I was a mental health counselor before that, still am. This is the hardest thing about being a human and trying to change your behavior, because it is not set in stone in your mind. It is not a habit, it's a new behavior. So guess what? It's super easy to not do it because it is not set in stone. So in order to get to that place where this new behavior is a habit, you have to get consistent. You have to, and basically you're taking a brain that's not hot and you're pressing it into your brain every day, pressing it into your brain, pressing it in your brain. It's the same spot, pressing it in your brain. This is my new behavior. But if you only do it like 1, 2, okay, and then skip a few days, all of that's going to start growing back. And then maybe 1, 2. So it's not being compressed. It's not being compressed into your brain as a new behavior. You have to make those connections very, very strong. And the only way to do that is by repetitive behaviors, repetition, ingraining it into your everyday life. It cannot be just inconsistent. Well, I do it some days and then I take off on the weekends. You're never going to form a habit. So don't be a weekend warrior. Don't let things go and just do them Monday through Friday. I'm going to be on task until like 5 o'clock on Friday, and then just completely go off plan. You'll never achieve your fitness and health goals that way, because you are never forming those new habits in your brain. It's just psychologically impossible. So consistency. You have to put in the time too. That's the other thing about consistency, is people will stick to something for like a week. And then for some reason they're expecting like miracles to happen, and then it's supposed to be my new world and my new behaviors, and I just, went to CrossFit for a week and now I'm supposed to look like everybody who's been going there for 2 years. And then I just throw in the towel because it didn't happen magically. Come on. You might as well have just not gone, because you knew you were going to set yourself up for failure because you weren't going to do it very long. That's why I said, remember at the beginning, what was number 1? Commit to a program. Program needs to be at least 30 days. Best case scenario, 90 days. So that's why we have a 90-day Battle Buddy plan, because the way to form a habit, actually technically, scientifically, it's like 69 days. So that gives you even more extra time, because there's going to be some bumps along the road and you're going to fall off track, to gain that good 69 days of consistency in a block without missing it. Yes, that is what it takes. All right, number 4. Number 4, this is huge, and this is the most uncomfortable one, I think, for everybody. Environment. You have to change your environment. Your environment has to support your goals. This is the hardest one, guys. So the excuse is always, well, my husband doesn't eat like that, or my wife doesn't eat like that, or I have kids, and we, the kids eat macaroni and cheese every night. You have to change your environment. So you have to either inoculate yourself from that influence, or you need to remove the influence altogether. Here's some tips that I recommend to my coaching clients. I'll identify repetitive behaviors that, like ordering out, like on those apps. I have them completely delete those apps off their phone. You're no longer allowed to use those. If you get shitty food, you have to do the drive of shame. You have to physically get in your car and go and sit in a line and go do it. And think about, because you're going to hear my voice in your head, think about what you're doing while you're there. Those delivery apps make it so easy, because it's literally just like boop, 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 boop. Okay, bad decision made. There's no responsibility. It takes the responsibility out. It takes the time away from you being able to think about what you're doing. I'll even have people change their routes to and from work, because maybe they used to hit the Chick-fil-A on the way home every single day. Yes, I've had clients who've done that. Every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Same drive-through. Yes. Horrifying. So you just don't drive by that restaurant anymore. You go around. I don't even care if it takes you longer to get to work. Don't go there anymore. That's it. Because it's going to remove the temptation. It's going to remove the familiar. It's going to remove your habit. It was a habit. We have to break it. So we have to do things to break that habit. It's your environment. So if your family eats pizza 3 times a week, you can't participate. You have to remove yourself from that situation. So you either just eat your dinner alone, or you stop doing pizza night, or maybe you do healthy pizza night. We have I think 4 or 5 recipes on the Fireteam Whiskey member site for healthy pizza recipes. Yes, you can make pizza healthy. So trying something different. Hey, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna do this with the kids. We're gonna make our own pizza. How fun. Kids don't have to know it's healthy. And it's gonna be delicious, and you're gonna have a good time and spend time together making the pizza. All right, so let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was environment. 5, accountability. This is the missing piece. for so many people who feel like they can never get their goals achieved. They can gain some momentum over time, but they just can't seem to get there. Accountability. Everybody is about trying to save some money and do it yourself, but if you keep trying to do it yourself and it's not working, why are you still going along without somebody to help you? Sometimes we need an expert. You don't do DIY surgery. Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah, Stephanie, that's really silly. Why would anybody do that? Yes, so why wouldn't you hire a trainer? If I have a broken arm and I want to fix it, I hire an expert to fix it. The same thing, if I have a fitness or health goal, I'm going to hire an expert to get me to get that goal made in my life. Isn't that just so silly? Like, if you put it that way, that makes total sense. But still, people, well, I can do it myself. Oh yeah? How's that working out? You've been complaining about being overweight for years. And you try a new program, a new diet, a new whatever every 3 months or so, and you're still upset that you've got nowhere with your goals because you never got expert help. And my goal as a trainer, and this was a big disagreement I got into actually when I used to work in a traditional gym. I kid you not, this is the conversation that happened. I was showing a client some exercises. I even printed out worksheets of exercises she is going to be doing at home with a resistance band. We went through every single one of them. We went through the sheet. She knew exactly what to do, and she took those resistance bands home. The lead trainer in the gym came up to me and said, "What the hell are you doing?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You were teaching her how to do this at home. You know she's going to stop seeing you, right?" And I looked at him and I was so baffled. I said, "I'm not a drug dealer. I want people to not need me. That's the difference between me and a drug dealer. I don't care. I'm happy if they come to me and say, you know what? I got this. Like, I've learned so much from you and training with you, and these techniques have worked for me. And now I'm ready to take the baton and do it by myself at home. And I'm going to do it. And maybe if I need you again, I'll make an appointment." I'm like, that's amazing. I'm so happy. That's the best thing I could possibly hear. We're not drug dealers, guys. We are trying to get you up and running with the skills, the education, the motivation, and the successes to get you going on your own. So you can do this and create your own programs and do these things without a coach for the rest of your life. But just like if you break your arm, you need an expert. Just like if you break your arm, you get a reset, it's all healed up, you need physical therapy. You need to be kind of coaxed and coached along in order to get you up and running again. So I wish you would see hiring a trainer like that. Yes, it's expensive, but you are paying for skills that you will be able to use every single day for the rest of your life. So really, it's a freaking bargain. So those are my 5 tips that you can do every single day. Today, March 1st, up until 30 days from now. If you do all of those 5 things, I guarantee you, on April 1st, you'll look back and go, well, dang, I've made some serious progress. I can't believe how many workouts I've done. Look at this. Look at my before and after pictures. Look at the way I've been eating. I've never gone this long without falling off the wagon. This is crazy. That's what I want you to feel at the end of this month. So if you follow those 5 things every single day, I'm guaranteeing that will happen. But get a coach. That's number 5. Get accountability. Get somebody to stay on you every single day for 30 days to make sure that those 5 boxes are checked every single day. And then you can take the baton and go on your journey and be very confident that you can do this. And you have the skills and the tools in order to make that difference and get that huge progress going on your health and fitness journey for the rest of your life. All right, guys, I hope you have a great night.